Uneasy, dissatisfied, there is a great disturbance, causing affliction, to this frail and broken mind.
Oh yeah, welcome. Hello. Welcome to another Fan Art Friday. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the week. Here we are. Guys, welcome. We're going to be doing part 2 of Spider-Punk because I did not finish it. And I wasn't able to record or stream on Tuesday. Trying to get pages done, cranking away on pages. So I got some roughs done. I'll show you those in a second. But yeah, so we're going to crank away on that. Finish that up today. And yeah, so thanks for joining. Please hang out in the chat. This is a place for you to ask me questions, talk, watch me draw, and all that good stuff. So if you're new to Fan Art Friday, we're doing a bit of a different scenario, if you want to call it that. So before it was kind of like be the first to comment, I'll draw the character that you drop in there, and you can get the artwork for free if you want, but we're no longer doing that. We're switching it up, and now I'm just going to pick the characters beforehand, and you'll know what I'm drawing, and you can check it out if you want. But stop by, hang out in the chat. And yeah, if you have any recommendations, if there's characters you want to see me draw, feel free to drop it in the chat or comment on the video after it's already been released. Totally up to you. But hang out, have fun, watch me draw. And if you have any questions, more than happy to help and, you know, teach you about how I do what I do. All right. Also, yeah, we're up to 700 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. 700. It's we're like ramping up on the subscribers, so thank you all. Been posting a lot of art videos. You guys have been digging those, and so another one I'm going to be working on shortly is this guy, Batman and the Joker Deadly Duo. Some amazing artwork by Mark Silvestri. Hopefully you guys have been able to check it out, but it's just awesome. Mark Silvestri drawing Batman and the Joker. What more could you ask for? But I got myself a signed copy from the Collector's Paradise. Certificate of authenticity right there. It's for real. It's upside down, but it's for real. Yeah, so I picked this up, and what amazing black and white artwork. So I've already recorded the audio, but I recorded myself doing the afterword by Mark Silvestri in the back here, and then we're going to look through all the cool black and white art and kind of hear from him what he was thinking, what he was, you know, thinking as he's writing, as he's drawing, and all that good stuff. So it'll be fun. So that's something I'm working on. Excited to do that. But this is a cool book. Very cool. And great story, great art. So we will work on that. Yeah, also, the Hopscotch Halloween sketch cards, well, trading cards are coming out. But here's some cards from Anthony Figueroa. These will be on the campaign on Monday. So here's some artwork from him. We got a Thelma from Scooby-Doo. We got a Green Lantern. And we've got a Kill Bill Awesome Samurai of Hopscotch. And then let's see what else we got. Here is, I didn't show you guys this one last time. This is my card. This is Death. Dun, dun, dun. And then we've got some cards from Gabrielle Geske. So check these out. Some cool artwork from her. This is a cool old school like Japanese something. I don't know what the name of that is, but it's cool looking. And then she also did kind of more of like a old school circusy carnival type hopscotch as well. So these will be a set of 10 trading cards that will be up on the campaign on Monday. Yeah, so excited about that. Those look great. Awesome. And hail Duck Bacon first in the chat as usual. And then we got a Nighthawk. What's up, Nighthawk? What's going on? Duck Bacon. Where'd you get that name? Duck Bacon. Do you like ducks and bacon? And you're just like, I'm going to do Duck Bacon. I'm curious. Awesome. So yeah, so those are the trading cards. And yeah, so I'm doing sketch cards as well. And then I'll also have the artwork for sale that I did on the trading cards on the campaign. So lots of cool stuff coming Monday. Excited for that. And I think that's it for that good stuff. All right, let's get drawing. And I'll show you some roughs that I've been working on. And yeah, I like duck bacon. Oh, you like duck bacon. I gotcha. Okay. I've never had duck bacon. Never had duck bacon. I've had duck, but never duck bacon. All right. Very cool. I'll have to try some duck bacon. All right. Be right back. I'm going to go over to the drawing table. And what's up, BB? I'm going to call you Bibiana. I'm going to call you BB because I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope so. But what's going on? Welcome back. Hello, everyone. And Duck Bacon says, Duck Bacon is really good. All right. We shall have to try that. We shall have to try that. Okay. So, got some Spider-Punk. We're going to finish him today. So, as promised, here is... here's one of the pages of roughs. No spoilers here. This is from the Commander Noble origin story. It will be 25 pages, along with the 25 pages of the Hopscotch origin story, collected in Shadow Sentry Origins #1 on Indiegogo right now, in demand. Go check it out. Link in the description. But this is what I'm working on, getting this going. Colors are rolling in from my man Anthony, Kevin Anthony DeCastro. They're looking amazing, as usual. So, yeah. So things are going, and just trying to get the book wrapped up. So, exciting stuff. Exciting. All right. Let's do some Spider-Punk, shall we? All right. Where to start? So I didn't touch him since last time. Wasn't able to get to it. I'm like, let's save it for a stream or something. But it did not work out this week. So here we go. Let's get drawing. And of course I picked the Micron that hasn't been very nice to me lately. It's kind of crappy. But let's just go with it. Dun, dun, dun. It's not as super crisp as it once was. But so far, so good. So I like microns. I'm not a I've tried using a crow quill, a nib. It requires a lot of technique and skill that I've not acquired yet. So I'm not that dude. I do use a brush, but I use brush pens instead of the actual, dip it in the ink and rinse and repeat. I like the pens better. I like the feel of them, the thickness of them, and yeah. So I go with the pens. I'm a pen guy. Probably has something to do because I'm a penciler and not so much of an inker. So I like the hold of it because it's kind of more like a pencil than a brush or anything else. But that's what I do. But the great thing about brushes, you get that, thick to thin line weight, and it just looks pretty. It's very pretty. So. All right. I want to go up or down. Kind of like this line here. Gonna go up and then down. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's see. Let's go with an 8. On the tuners. I don't know if they have another name, but we'll call them tuners. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Something like that, and then let's finish these lines here. While I'm thinking about it, next Friday, I'm going to be camping with the family, so no Fan Art Friday next week. No Fan Art Friday next week. But if I can get on the ball, and if I can record this video of Mark Silvestri's Deadly Duo stuff, maybe I could drop that on Friday for you guys while I'm away. I'll schedule that then. We'll see. No promises, but it's an idea. Just thought of it. That could work. Yeah. So, like I said, I got the audio recorded. I just need to do the pictures or the video. Or both. I might do both. Then I got to put it all together. All right. Looking at this dude, I think I should put on some music. How about some music in the background, y'all? How about some music? Could you draw something for me today? Later? Spider drawing is fantastic so far. Thank you. How old are you, by the way? I'm 41. 41 years young. Oh, wow, Eric. So what's with the new video with you playing basketball? Did you like that? It's, me and my son trying some dude perfect shots. They call it the twin shot. It's where you both shoot a swoosh at the same time. And we nailed it first try. Well, technically it wasn't the first try. We took like 3 shots prior. And then we're like, all right, we got to record this. And then the first time I put on the video camera, boom, we nailed it. So I just, you know, had to post that. Dude, perfect. Who? All right, let's see. What do we got here? I don't know if I got any. Hold on, let's see. All right, this will work. Got some rock. It's not punk, but it's rock. It'll work. That Bacon said you were asking for just suggestions. Yeah, so if you have a suggestion or something you'd like me to draw, feel free to drop it in the comments for like a later stream. But yeah, but I don't do like, I'll do requests, but I won't like draw you. I don't know if you're asking you want me to draw you something and like send it to you, or if you want me to just draw a character of your choice. But that we're not doing that format for the Fan Art Friday any longer. So this is just a pre-chosen character, and then I'll draw it. So I hope that helps. But yeah, but I do take suggestions. So if you have something you want to see me draw, feel free to let me know, and maybe I will draw it. The Spot from Across the Spider-Verse. That dude, he's weird looking. You want me to draw the Spot? All right, I'll put it in on the list. The Spot. He would take like 5 minutes to draw, I feel like. So this is just music from StreamYard. Whatever they got on here is what I can play, and it won't be copyrighted. So it might not be great music, but it's music, and it's what I can play without being copyright struck. So there you go. We got some music. Not saying it's great, but it's music. It's not horrible, but you know. It ain't the best either. It ain't Metallica, you know what I mean? Right, Duck Bacon? It ain't Metallica. I'd rather play Metallica, but... Alright, so let's do... spikes on his head. Alright, my ruler. Oops. Pencil. Pencil. There we go. I don't know if you technically see that one, but hey, let's go with it. That looks cool. All right, let's see here. Guitar, blah, 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 blah. Whammy bar, this here. There we go. And here. All right. Yeah. Let me check the chat. Check the chat. Music's good for now, but you might want to change it up to 30 minutes. Yeah, it's a bit redundant. It just repeats. Nice song. I've heard this one before. Nice. Will it be right here on stream today? No, not today. I'm gonna finish this dude, but not today. We will finish Spider-Punk today and get him done. I don't think it's gonna be quick. If it were, then I might draw today, but it's gonna take us probably the whole time. Maybe, we'll see how long it does take, but there's just a lot of little details we gotta put in here. And then we gotta do the wonderful shading. I gotta do, hold on, let me do these lines. Do these lines. Do I want to do 1 or 3? Let's go 1. Let's see how it looks. These are the white stripes. I really dig the PlayStation Spider-Man outfit. It's got the white and worked into it. It's really nice. I really like that one. It's not one I've drawn yet, but it's cool. I dig it. Game designers, man, they come up with some sick designs. I really like Overwatch stuff they've done, man. They're sweet designs. Haven't played it. Haven't played Spider-Man either, but I really like the artwork. I appreciate the art. All right. Thinking where I want to put the shading here. Let's rough in some abs. Kind of see where we're gonna place some blacks. Just kind of roughing it in here, figuring out where I want to put stuff. All right, one more round of this music and then we'll switch it. All right. Just gotta think how how dark I want to go here. Let's see. Let's do some. I'm trying to think of the lighting in the background, so I'm going to do some wispy lines for some lighting coming through underneath here. And then, yeah. Take into account the lighting, background, and color stuff. So if I got some wispy lines, there could be some light coming through in the background. And there's cool rock lighting. All right. Let's see here. That one. The trick with these brushes is to like, can't go overboard on the filling in blacks because then it kind of messes with the tip. So I try and reserve some for fine tip, some for filling in blacks, some for feathering, and just kind of, because after a while some of them kind of lose their effectiveness, and you just got to go with what works. All right, so let's go. We're gonna go heavy light here. Heavy lighting. And let's do some thicker blacks. All right, that's the end of that. Switch it up. Let's try this. Character designs are probably a lot more interesting when you don't have an overzealous editor breathing down your neck. Maybe that's why Mad only does games now. Right. No, probably, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure at some point, you know, because if you have like a few different artists doing character concepts, and then you all bring them to the drawing table, like someone's got to get theirs on the chopping block. But it's still, it's very interesting and unique. If you look at like for instance, this is a favorite of mine, The Art of Overwatch. So we're gonna play Coop this afternoon. I don't know, can we? I can make some time after lunch. That's my beautiful, wonderful wife. So let's see, they have some great, it has all the different, is this the same or is this different? Let me see. Hold on, let me find it real quick. I think it's this book. It'll have like one character, but then all the different concepts. Yeah, so here we go. So here's Soldier 76, and then all the different variations that he went through. So, although sometimes they might be skins, but some of these I think are like original concept designs. I felt like there was more. There's Roadhog, Reinhardt. Okay, something like this. These were original designs. You know, this is Reaper. So you just got all these different kind of concepts going on. And then you got to pick one, obviously. This was, if you're not familiar with him, that's his final look. Pretty cool. But, you know, you just kind of see the evolution of all the places they went with it. Like, that's kind of simple. It's not showing up wonderfully, but there you go. Kind of get the idea. So, anywho, it's just fun. It's, you know, I can look at that all day and just kind of get inspiration for characters. And I love to see like all the different directions they go, you know, like when I do character designs, I feel like I'm like stuck on one look. But when you look at their stuff, it's like they'll have like 5 totally different crazy looks going on, and you know, it just helps. Helps with that creativity. You know, because if you don't like one part of this one, but you like part of that one, you could just kind of take it and mold it all together till you get something fantastic, cool. BB asks, can you give me tips on how to draw like a pro artist? I can try. First, I gotta think about that question. Like a pro artist. You know, think about it, formulate my thoughts. My first thought is, you know, what makes a pro artist a pro? You know, is it that they're just good, or that they're published, or they're like, you know, some published artists are not great. So if you're asking what makes a good artist, that's, you know, I could depend on, you know, everybody's idea of what a good artist is might differ. But if you're going to boil it down to the nitty gritty, I think it, you know, if you want to be good, you just got to practice. You know, if you want to be published, you know, one thing you got to think of is, you know, if you're applying for a job and all these other people are applying for the same job, what's going to set you apart? Like, what do you have that they don't? So just some thoughts. You know, what's going to set you apart ultimately is that you're better than them, but how do you get there? You got to practice, and you got to, you know, refine your skill, refine your craft, and just get really good at what you're doing. And that's going to mean a lot of practice. It's going to mean, you know, soaking in a lot of different, you know, forms of art, or looking at different people's art, how they do things. And, you know, you just kind of take what you like and learn how to do what they do. And, you know, just kind of glean what you can from each person that you think in your mind is like, okay, they're a good professional, they do good work. So go and learn what you can from them, and then apply it, you know, draw it, get it in your arsenal, and then just keep going, keep practicing. Yeah, those are some basic thoughts. Hope that's helpful. You know, because you're, you know, I think a lot of people think, you know, the same kind of people, same kind of artists are good. You know, like a Mark Silvestri, like, I think everybody will agree, yeah, he's good. But, you know, it depends on too, like, what do you like? Do you like anime style? Do you like more modern comic book art? Do you like 90s comic book art? You know, that's going to matter too. So you got to kind of figure out, like, and then is that how you want to draw? You know, do you want to draw like that, or do you want to draw something different? You know, do you want to come up with a new style? Like, there's just so many things to consider. But yeah, but how do you be a good pro artist? Practice, and then get published, and then get better, and then keep doing it over and over again. Yeah. I mean, I've been published since 2006, 2007, so 15 plus years. And I'm still growing, I'm still learning, still getting better. It's like a never ending thing, so just keep going, keep challenging yourself. Don't ever think you've arrived, just keep plugging away. And then, be someone who could take criticism well. Eventually you're gonna have to show your work to somebody, show it to an editor or publisher or whatever, and be professional. Take criticism, work on what they say to work on. Sometimes you might not agree with them, but be professional enough to be courteous and take it anyway, and just go with it. Take the good, work on the stuff that you agree with, and if you don't agree, then why don't you agree? Are they being truthful, or you don't see it that way? There's a lot of times I would talk to editors, and they'd be telling me stuff, and I'm like, seriously? Only because I see the work that they publish, and it's like they're publishing the kind of stuff that you're doing, and they're telling you, oh, don't do this, but then you see the same stuff in their books, and it's like, whoa, okay, are they being hypocritical because this is what they expect from new people and this is what the standard is? But it changes a little bit maybe once you're published. Guys who've been at it for 20, 30 years, they get a little more leeway with that kind of stuff. So you gotta take it as it comes. You might not agree with everything, but try and get better. All right. Too, another thought is, being a good artist and being a good comic artist aren't necessarily the same thing. Because there's a lot of good artists out there, but they might not be great comic book artists. Because when you're a comic book artist, remember, not only are you drawing the pictures, right? You have to have good perspective. You have to have good panel layouts. You have to be a good storyteller. So then you got to factor in all that. I mean, that's, so you got to be working on all those things at the same time. It's not just, I want to be able to draw cool superheroes. Like, that's only one part of it, So there's a lot to it. So again, lots to practice, lots to get good at. And then there's shading. Oh my gosh, like shading, this is like its own thing. Man, sometimes I wish, like, man, do I need to simplify this? Like, should I like not be going this crazy with my hatching, and should I just do thick black areas and not worry about the hatching? Like, those thoughts go through my mind all the time. Like, am I doing this wrong? Do I need to change something? Because as a comic book artist too, you got deadlines. You need to be quick, and I feel like my style sometimes is, man, can I simplify this? Can I do this quicker? Can I do this easier? Because if I was just doing, some artists just do like the outlines, right? You put all the information in there, and then you let the colorists do the rest. But going and then putting in all the the shadows and the hatching or the lines, like that's like a whole nother layer, a whole nother step, which takes time. So, you know, you kind of always got to balance, like, all right, am I spending too much time in this area? How do I do this quicker? All that stuff comes into play. So, yeah. You sure you still want to be a comic book artist? Did I dissuade you yet? Not trying to, but it's not easy. It's not easy. All right, let's check the chat. Draw everything you don't want to. That is a great tip. Great tip. Keon had a horror story about watching Bendis critique an artist's portfolio, saying Bendis was completely unfair and cruel when the artist, according to Dale, was really good. Gary Shipman, what's up, Gary? Hello, hello. Hi, all. What's going on, Gary? Talking about how to become a professional artist, and I shared my thoughts, but yeah. I mean, there's something to be said for, like, okay, I remember going to San Diego Comic-Con. I don't remember the year, but you know, Mike Miller was there. He's like, hey, you wanna get a portfolio review that's like good and it's gonna be like unbiased and could make you cry. Like, go check out, go share your portfolio to JJ Kirby. He's one of the Wildstorm guys back in the day. And so I did. And, you know, he was like, I felt like it was very fair. You know, he pointed out things that he saw. And yeah, like, but it was like, he was truthful, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what you want. You know, if you go to your parents and you're like, hey, look what I drew. What do you think? Do you like it? You know, what are they going to say? Yeah. Oh, it's great. I love it. Like, you know, they're not artists, right? They don't know. So they can't really critique your work or help you get better in any way. That's why you got to go to like a professional. So you kind of want those hard critiques at times, but yeah, you hope they're fair, right? You don't want, yeah. You want them to point out things like, this is where you need to work on, and not just kind of rip you a new one. Just, you know what I mean? Just do that. Yeah, you know, but sometimes the hard critiques are helpful. You know, they'll point out stuff that you might not even thought of, or like, this is a big no, don't do this. You know, there's a lot of those things, you know, like, don't crop your characters off at the joints or the fingertips, or, you know, like, don't have tangents. You know, those are things you got to learn and get better at and work on as an artist. But yeah, you know, Jim Lee did a portfolio review for me in Hawaii at a show there. And, you know, it was funny. Like, he was like looking at it. He's like, I don't think he really wanted to take the time to do a review like right then and there, because he was kind of like finishing up a signing. But he did, and he's like, you know, he was kind of just gonna look at it and say, oh yeah, it's pretty good, and then pass it off to me. But then he was like, he took a step back, and he's like, okay, you know, you've got talent. Here are some things to work on. You know, make sure your perspective is right. He was looking at, you know, some buildings, and like, it was like some Batman sample pages that I did, and he was just looking at it like, I don't know if this all lines up. You know, make sure it all lines up and goes to your vanishing point, blah blah blah. You know, and just like little tips and things where, you know, you might want to do heavier shadows here. Maybe don't do this there. Little things like that, you know. But yeah. But overall, it was good, and he wasn't just ripping me a new one just because he could, you know. It was fair. So anyway, BB, I hope that helped in some small way. Awesome. Gary Shipman is here in the chat, Eric. I was sharing the stream out, hence why I wasn't talking. Well, thank you, Nighthawk. Thank you, kind sir. All right. I want to know what Gary Shipman's up to, man. I have not checked out a Gary Shipman stream in a while. In fact, I don't even know if Gary's still on YouTube. Is he still on YouTube? Or is he doing like Rumble or something now? But Gary, I miss you, brother. And I hope Titan Mountain Might. I can't speak. Titan Mouse of Might. Issue number 3 is coming along well. Yeah, man, I'm excited for that. Gary is an artist. a professional artist, so BB, go check out his channel, and maybe you can ask him some questions too. But you. All right. So where were we? Let's get some music back on. Gary is on YouTube. Yes. Tell us your channel, Gary. I miss you too, bro. All right. Yeah, here, speaking of which, for anybody who doesn't know Gary, let me show you his awesome work. Let's go, volume 1. All right. Gary Shipman is definitely a professional. This is creator-owned book, Titan Mouse of Might. It is amazing. Check that out. Jamie Ramirez bookmark right there. But look at this. I mean, that's awesome. That is awesome. This is book 1. I got the hardcover. Gary's art is like a cross between Will Eisner, Tim Sale, Miller. Gosh, I mean, it's awesome. Very, very cool. And he's very quick too. It's very awesome to watch him draw. So there you go. Very fun story. A mouse as like a Batman, but it's awesome. So there you go. Check out Gary. Go check out his channel. Subscribe, like, and share. What's the name of your channel, Gary? Is it it was Gary Shipman Pro Artist or something of that sort. I'm not sure what it is now. I know you're having all kinds of issues with people hacking you or something. It's lame. So, but I'm glad you're still on YouTube. And I'm sure your subs have bounced back, and that's all good too. Drawing shoelaces is fun. All right, I got to draw this foot. I don't know if I want to tackle these treads on his shoe, but I'm gonna have to. But let's do the outline here. Let's go with an 8. All right. Let's see here. These wonderful curves. I need to do how to become a pro inker, or a great inker. I didn't say pro inker. I said great inker, part 2. But being a good inker, you need control and confidence in your lines. Sometimes I got it, and sometimes I don't. But, you know, to draw these big, long lines is very tricky. Could use a French curve, or you could try it by hand. But control, confidence, huge things with inking. And then I remember Tim Bradstreet. He told me, you know, you gotta look where you're going. So when you're inking, like, don't look at where the pen is. You gotta look where you're going and just kind of go for it. Very helpful tip there. And again, I mean, inking, if you're going to ink your own work, that's a whole other thing you got to learn too as an artist. That's its own technique, its own learning curve, and all that good stuff. I began inking my own work just because it was cheaper and easier just to do it myself. And, you know, just kind of learned along the way. And here I am, inking my stuff. Hold on a second. Let me see if he's got buttons and stuff. Sorry, I gotta text my wife back. I'm gonna do burritos for lunch and then go play some coob at the park. That's awesome. Yeah. So guys, if you don't know Cube, it's an awesome game. Check it out. It's like a cross between horseshoes and lawn bowling, maybe something like that. But it's fun. Very. It's got some strategy to it. It's fun. All right. Let me look at some Spider-Punk. I feel like he's got buttons and stuff. Yeah, he's got buttons. Oh, and he's got spikes on his shoulder. See, I gotta make sure I get all those little details in there. He's a punker, so let's make him punk. Let's go 3. Let's go 3. 8, 5, 005. Here's my 3. Right. I'm gonna draw a circle freehand. Whoa! Ooh. There we go. 1 button. Let's draw some spikes back here. And some peeking out over here. I don't know what you call these things, the buttons, the little rhinestone-ish things on his belt and thing. I'm going to do that with whiteout, so that will be coming. But speaking of which, BB, if you want to check out that video, I did a video on inking, part 1 of how to be a good inker. I will do part 2. Coming soon. And there are tips and techniques and things that anybody could use no matter what your style is. It's not, just for my type of style. It's kind of like anybody and everybody. Try to keep it, for whoever's listening or watching. Anybody could use what I'm telling you. And as promised, his guitar chord is going to look like a spider web. Thought that'd be fun. Then the other thing about being an artist / comic book artist, is coming up with your own style. And that takes, could take years, but a lot of people, when they start out drawing, you're going to draw like somebody else. You're going to draw like your inspirations. And it just takes time and, practice and just finding what works for you, what you like. I love the way that the little, just kind of like, just going for it and just kind of like seeing, drawing it as you go and just kind of like, it has a fluid look to it. And why is my lighting so hard? Sorry. I hate my lighting in this room. I really do. Like, there you go. But, yeah, I love that, so, can I incorporate that in my artwork? Can I, just, and too, like, having a sketchbook where you just doodle and just kind of do whatever comes to your mind and not, because a lot of times when I'm drawing specific things, right? But drawing whatever you want definitely will help you kind of like get to that point where it's like, yeah, you're finding your own style, you're finding what you like. So again, it's practice, but it's a different type of practice, right? Because you're just doing something different, rather than, I'm going to draw the Ninja Turtles, or I'm going to draw, this or that, or I'm going to draw Spider-Punk. It's like you're just drawing for the joy of it, and that's going to help you kind of like find yourself, find what you like, and get better at what you like. Finding those little techniques, like, I like doing that. Like, okay, I'm going to use that in my artwork. Stuff like that. So. Yeah. And then doing like rough sketches. Yeah. Very fun, very therapeutic. And when you're doing those sketches, like, you'll find there's more life in the sketches than there are when you're actually like doing the finalized drawing. Like sometimes the sketch work it's quicker, it's rougher, it has a little bit more life to it. And then when you go to ink it, kind of becomes a little, hopefully not stiff, but it just kind of loses a little bit of that life, from the sketch, which it just happens, right? But as you keep sketching, as you keep drawing, you find like a happy medium, and yeah. So don't be afraid to sketch. Don't be afraid to be rough. Don't be afraid to try new things. Just go for it. And if you don't ever become a professional, it's still a great hobby, and you could still have fun with it. And maybe even make some money at it, doing commissions or whatever. So, but it's not easy by any stretch. All right. Let's draw the shoe. Over. Okay. And I'm gonna that'll be all black. Let me check the chat, see what's going on. Grantish Crosby, there's no coffee rings on it. Is it really authentic? I don't know what you're referring to. My artwork? Or what? Aha! Thank you, Nighthawk. You shared it to Grant Crosby, and Grant Crosby is here. Welcome, Grant-ish Crosby. How's it going, man? Chipper, thanks for asking. How are you this fine afternoon? Wouldn't Punk Spider-Man be wearing Doc Martens or engineer boots? Good question. I don't know. The pictures I see him in, he's got Converse on. So I'm trying to be true to what I have been seeing, but that's a great question. Doc Martens sound very punkish. Eric, congratulations on reaching 709 subs. And Grant, I don't know. I thought the whole point of being punk is not to conform. It's true. Eric, I shared this to Gary's Discord, so he came by. Awesome, man. Well, welcome, Grantish Crosby. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining. I think I hit all the other. Eric, can you show off Titan as a Motivational Monday episode with Packin's Land? I think Titan would probably fall more under the Wednesday recommendations because it's already Monday motivations is looking at artwork to motivate you for the week. But Wednesday recommendations is where I recommend books. That would work. Subbed, but I already subbed. Awesome, man. Well, thank you. Awesome. Oy. All right. Where to go next with this drawing? We're at the 59-minute mark, the 1 hour mark, and I'm still got a ways to go, but we'll get there. No background today, just the good old normal stuff. Background will have to come later. But I do want to finish off these spidery webbies. Just kind of going. Like, this was just like a quick squiggle sketch line, and I love it. So I'm gonna go with it and just try and not to conform totally, but to just commit to the little squiggle that I got and make it up as I go. That's fun. Normally what I do, just make it up as I go. I pretend to know what I'm doing, but let's be honest, I don't. If anybody tells you they got it all together, they're lying. The wisdom that Eric drops is just, it's priceless. I mean, what would you do with that? No one's got their stuff together, man. No one. Bam! All right. Squiggly squiggles, and we've got a spiderweb guitar thing, cord, cable thing. It's wonderful. All right. Let me grab a drink of water. Pause for station identification. This is Eric Minotowski Art. There you go. Coming at you live from Eric Minotowski's very own closet. Office, I mean. Go. Bam. All right. Let me look at my reference again. We should probably draw some Spider-Man lines on his mask. That would sell it. Let's see. Of course, none of my reference pics that I have his feet showing, so I can't show you the Converse, but it's all good. Let's see here. So this upper body, there should be some lines in here that I didn't draw, but what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about that? I feel like I've gone past the point of no return on that, but it's all right. Draw some Spider-Man lines on this. Here we go. The fun part. Question is, how thick or thin do I want to go? We're going to go thinner than I might normally do on a regular Spider-Man because he's punk. So we're going to do a little different. In fact, they're not even going to be straightish lines. They're going to be punk rocker, I don't care kind of lines. Kind of straight, but kind of like, whatever. Kind of like lightning bolts. I think that look cool. Bam! He's throwing out some cool riffs. Is that what the cool kids call them? Riffs. All right, so there's that. We got some over here. Bam. See, that just, man, those lines just make it. It's not Spider-Man without the lines. Bam. And let's see. Yes, underneath would have lines. Okay. it this way. Kind of give him a twist as we're going in there. Twisting it around. I like it. Bam. All right. For the face. And bam. There we go. And I think there's probably a line over here somewhere. There we go. He is now definitely a Spider-Man. I just got to work in some shading in there, but very cool. I need motivation. It's funny. We all need motivation. Check out Monday Motivation, Gary. Spotlights, lasers, huge amps, spider gals, and minis. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My background will consist of lights. Maybe I could do some silhouettes of people dancing, but definitely some amps. But again, no background today. We're not going to have time for that, unfortunately. But we will get that done, at least. Now my question is... trying to think of how I'm going to do the guitar and the lines. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Get motivated, man. Be a man. That's funny. Intend your puns. Looks great. I'm really wondering if you could interview Gary about Titan 3 on your channel's live stream. If Gary's up to it. I'm up to it. Is Gary? What's your opinions? Was the best movie this year? Dune. Wait, Dune didn't come out this year, right? Dune 2 did, right? I have not seen Dune 2. Has it come out yet? I'm trying to remember. I feel like I missed this whole spot of like movies. The last movie I saw was The Creator. I thought that was really good. But gosh, I couldn't even tell you what other movies came out this year. What else came out this year? The Flash movie came out this year, which I haven't seen. Shazam 2 came out this year, I think, which was like, what else? I feel like there were no... Was there any Marvel movies? I don't even know, man. I feel behind on the times. But The Creator was really good. I really enjoyed that. But Dune, I really enjoyed Dune, but that didn't come out this year. Although the second one might have. I'm not sure. But let's continue with the chat here. My dog isn't allowed to watch movies. Haven't watched that yet. Rangers Crosby. Dune 2. Okay, it comes out next year. Thank you. I don't think it came out this year. Dune was 2022. Oh yeah, the Mario movie came out. That was good. Due to the Wagga strikes. I got your inspiration in 3 words. Meerkats. Of the line weight, variation on the holding lines. Thank you, Ben Jones. Thank you, man. And welcome. Doctor Strange, and now the second Captain Marvel movie, Marvels with Brie Larson, which I'm not going to see. Have no desire to. Yeah. yeah, no desire to see that movie. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't look forward to the Marvel movies like I used to. I do not. I thought Aquaman 1 was good, so I mean Aquaman 2 might be good, but we shall see. But I don't know if I want to go to the movies to see that movie. I don't know. I'm very picky with my money nowadays, where I want to spend my money. Like, I wanted to see Equalizer 3 and The Creator, and I have seen Equalizer 3, and it was good. Maybe not as good as the first two, maybe, but it was good. And yeah, The Creator was really good. I really enjoyed that. You like anime or manga? Like, it was legit like a straight out of a manga book, man. It was awesome. At least the scenery, the buildings, just the sprawling, epic, like futuristic stuff. It was sweet, and was not like Star Wars. Just because the Star Wars guy directed it, it was not like a Star Wars flick at all. It's definitely more like an anime or a manga comic, in my opinion. But yeah, that was very good. Mario Brothers movie came out. My kids saw that. That was pretty good. But I don't know if I'd consider a kids movie on my top movie of the year list. Although you could. But let's try this pinky hanging down here. All right, let's draw some lines on the guitar. Although I need to draw all the bars going across. Should I give reference for that? Are people going to be mad at me if they see my guitar looks funky? It's not like a traditional guitar. I feel like I need to do it right if I'm going to do it. Ben Jones. Ben Jones, subscribe. Thanks, Ben Jones, for subscribing, man. All right, what was I doing? Spider-Punk. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Here's a cool Spider-Punk. So, see, I feel like I need to make the neck black and then the wire, the strings white with white out. That's kind of what I was thinking. And then I could do the bars in white too because they're silver. So I feel like I should go that route. We're going to do it. Let's go that route. I like it. And then, real quick, let's do the white out. Get this done. We got to draw all of the little. They're not called rhinestones. I don't know what the heck you'd call them on a punk rocker's belt. What would they be considered? Buttons? I don't know. Come on, whiteout pen. Don't fail me now. I just ordered a bunch of art supplies, and had I known this was going to be dumb, I should have gotten more of these. There we go. The white on the black is a cool look. Cool. All right. Do one there. I have to draw that in. One over there. Okay. All right. And there we go. Oh. All right. I got your movie of the year. Duck Bacon. Favorite movie of the year. Sound of Freedom. Boom. There you go. Hands down. Great movie, great message, and not only a message, but it needs to become a movement where we stop human trafficking and of children. Boom. There you go. Excellent film. Great message. And yeah, there you go. Eric's choice. Best movie of 2023. Sound of Freedom. And I really like the actor. Jim Caviezel. There you go. I wanted to say Henry Cavill, but I'm like, wait, no, that's not it. Yeah, I really like him as an actor. Really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I think it's on Angel. What's it called? Angel Studios. I think you can watch it now on Angel Studios. You might even be able to watch it for free, actually. I think you can. Go to angelstudios.com or just Google it, and pretty sure I saw it on there. Oh, all right. See, then I lose those nice ink lines I did on his fingers. That's the only thing. See, I like doing the holding lines. I like doing the nice ink lines on the stuff, but then when you go heavy black, you kind of lose all that. So it's almost like like I'll do that. I'll do these really nice holding lines, and they're like, they're really crisp. They're really nice. I got the thick and thin how I like it, and then I'll do like black around it, and then it's like, there they go, out the window. So it's kind of one of those things. And I'm not good about, me, I have to kind of do everything rough, and then I just go for it. So typically, as a penciler, you're marking all your spots that'll be black, and you're kind of putting all the information there for the inker. But I don't do that because I'm the penciler and the inker, and I do very rough pencils straight to ink. That's how I roll. Edwin, what's going on? Hey, peeps. Ben Jones, getting old and tired. Reminds me of the old Van Halen guitar. Get Posca pen for white. You'll never go back to jellies. All right. You know what? I think my man Ace Continuado was next to me at San Diego Comic-Con using those. And they're really nice. It's more like a paint pen, right? Because I do have the Presto whiteout pen. This is good for like getting those cool like dotted lines in the background, because if it's it rolls on the ball. So if you do it quickly, you'll kind of get that dash line, which is nice. Or it could be good for filling in lots of stuff. But I use the jelly roll pens because it's nice and thin. They have different sizes, but yeah, they're not the best. So I will have to try something new, and I'm gonna get me some Hopscotch pens. And I just ordered stuff, so I'm gonna have to put in another order. Gary uses them too. Yeah. Did anyone like the Elvis movie? I didn't see that movie. It looked pretty good though. Mission Impossible 7, I did see that. Dead Reckoning, that was, okay, that was good, but it wasn't. Okay, I think if it wasn't like a part 1 and it was like the full, you got like the full movie, like every other Mission Impossible movie they've done, it would definitely be up there. But it just, I think because it kind of left you hanging, like you gotta wait for part 2, it doesn't get my nod for number 1. But still a really good movie. I love all the Mission Impossible movies. Yeah, so good call. But still, Sound of Freedom would be my number 1 pick. Eric needs to draw Spider-Man comic for Marvel Comics. Sure, he's got the style and layout methods for things. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I just realized all the movies I would say are not even from this year. Yes, the Posca is paint, but dries pretty quickly and can draw over it easily. Nice. Yeah, I've been watching guys do remarks with those pens, and I think it's those ones. I showed you guys this last time, I think. But I recently... Sorry. 1 second. Fumbling around my junk. Not that junk, but just my print junk. Here we go. Chris Stevens Illustrator. I got his print with a remark, and I'm pretty sure he uses those pens. So this is like the paint pen. You can kind of see. Let me get a little closer. Not too close. But yeah, I think that's with those paint pens, and it looks really, really good. And you could like draw over it too. I'm gonna have to get me some of those. But yeah, this is Chris Stevens Illustrator. Awesome artwork. Yeah, he was selling these on Instagram. I'm like, I gotta get one. I love his stuff. There was an Elvis movie? What? I think I've seen enough Elvis in my life. Grant, yeah, now his wife has a movie. Now it's called Priscilla. What? Oh, come on. That's too much. Too much. Too much. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now it's too bright. Why are you so bright? Focus. Now it's dark. Give me a nice happy medium. There we go. I'll go with that. Okay. So before we draw these lines, we're gonna have to, let's see here. Let's pencil it in, shall we? Let's pencil it in so we don't mess it up. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom! Did it. I'm happy with it. All right, we're gonna keep it there. All right, and then the back plate going back there. I think that would be open on an electric guitar. Let's see. Give me some more reference. Maybe 1 or 2 more. No, that's not a great. No, that's a little thicker than that. Whatever. It ain't got to be perfect, Eric. Come on, man. What are you doing? But I do want to. I will use a ruler for this. You guys okay with the music? Should I change it? It's kind of, I like it, but I can change it. After a while, it gets a little monotonous. I can change it. Okay. New Priscilla movie is with a young actress. Comes out next month sometimes. That was quick. Are you saying it wasn't a real actor? A veritable master thespian Presley? Hey, anybody, let me out of here. Let's go night driving. This is called night driving. If Eric is in the closet, he will too come out next month sometime. Grant, funny, man. If I had a movie, it would come out next month sometime. see. Let's make this 3-dimensional here. Actually, yeah, that would work. It's the right thing there, I think. Sure, why not? Okay. So, here we go. We're going to do, so my 8 Jelly Roll pen does not work well. My 5 works sometimes. My 10 works when it wants to. So let's go with the 10. And I don't know how many of these there are, but we're just going to go for it. Hope they're straight enough. There's another joke for you, Grant. Let's hope it's straight. Is Eric's line straight? Can only a straight man draw straight lines? Who knows? All right, so this one, middle. Okay, there's that. All right, now I should, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point A to point B, nice and easy. Here we go. All right. Angle would be different. There we go. I'm gonna pull it. Right about there. Boom. Number 2, or this would be, let's see, first string. Is the first string a D or an A? Or is it a G? I forget. I used to tune my kids' guitars, and I forget how they go. I think it's like A, D, G, and then E, something, something. I know there's 2 G's, I think. I don't know. It's all good. Don't judge me. I'm not a guitarist, man. I've dabbled, but only just a little bit. I've dabbled. I could sing. That's what I could do, but guitar is pretty rough. I can't do both. Or at least I could. I used to be able to do it, but it wasn't great. Much practice needed that I didn't have time for. Mainly in art college, I started playing the guitar and just for fun. So tried to pick up a few songs and never got to play a full song, really. But although I did some praise and worship songs, I was able to get those down. Those were easy. Those are like G, C, D, G, C, D, over and over and over again. They're pretty easy. Okay, let's see here. So there'd be one here, over here. That needs to be better. Yeah, so I mean, you know, sometimes the jelly rolls come through for you, but I don't know how those pens are as far as thicknesses go, but I will have to check them out. Again, I've seen them and seen people use them. They're pretty legit, so I might have to make the switch. Right. And gosh, I bought, because typically inkers will use Pro White. I bought this. I've never used it. because like if you're using a brush, or you could probably do it with a nib too, but I've never used it. It's just always been easier to use the other guys. Use the little jelly roll pens. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's draw these guys. Now, hold on. So this is popping out of this. This should be technically three-dimensional. 3D. These would be 3D. 3D. There we go. All right, and then these would be this. Some little cone shapes. There we go. All right, something like that. And then each wire go into its respective place. It's a little wires around it there. There we go. All right. These are metallic, so I'm going to use a brush. I get more of a metallic-y feel. Maybe some squiggles. Reflective kind of deal going on there. Something like that. Something like that. All right. Yeah, thank you, Nighthawk. Now I kind of want to go check out Elvis. The Elvis movie. I think someone saw it and they said it was good, so I'll have to check it out. My dad was a big Elvis fan growing up. Loved Elvis. All right, just try this here because this is in the foreground. Let's go thicker. Some more. Really sell that foreshortening going on here. Something like that. Okay, let me draw these little tuners and then I will check the chat. See what's going on. What's the best concert you've been to? Question for you. Been to an awesome concert? Who was the best? Let's see. I recently, I don't know if it was the best, but it was pretty cool. It was I went to a Switchfoot and Collective Soul concert not too long ago. I think that was this year. I'm pretty sure it was this year. But yeah, it was pretty rad. So Switchfoot, like they literally he came out in the crowd and was like singing like in the stands, and then these kids like up in like the maybe second or third row, they had a sign and it said like basically let us play this song. So they like invited them up on the stage and these kids played this song and they were like legit like really good. And then we looked them up. They're on YouTube or something, but they're brothers and they play music and they're a band and they're like maybe 13, 9 and like 8. I mean they're like teenagers but barely teenagers, and but they were like legit good. It was pretty rad. So anyway, Yeah, that was pretty cool. I actually took a video of it. I should probably upload it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, like that was pretty cool. That was pretty special. But I've been to a whole lot of concerts, but that one was cool. That one stood out. My wife is kind of more the one that likes to go to concerts. But yeah. All right, let me check the chat. And we're almost done. I still need to ink his legs. Hour and 30 in. Put these back. Okay, let's see what's going on. Mastodon 2022 or 2002 in a room with 6 other dudes. Mastodon. That's cool. Later, Gary. Great piece, Eric. I gotta go. Everyone have a blessed day. You as well, Gary. Oh, just noticed you fixed the guitar body. You added the depth. I did. Got a favorite praise and worship song? I really like Christian Stanfield. I'm trying to think if I have a favorite though. It's a good question. So November is going to be crazy packed with movies. The Batman with Patterson is its own separate universe. Joker is... You rarely see the entirety of the top strings. On a electric guitar, I'd say don't fret, but it's thank you, fret. That's it. There you go. I didn't know the names of those things. All right, so I think I got to the top of there. It seems also there's a Disney Pixar's with animated movie next month too, which I don't even know what that is. Is that Wish? I've seen something about a movie called Wish. That might be that. But yeah. Then a movie about World War II. I do like war movies. That would be cool. Interesting. All right, let's see what Nighthawk says here. Pretty sure DCU movies end with Aquaman 2 now, since Blue Beetle is part of James Gunn new direction with Batman, Robert Pattinson, Joker with Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna be, man. I'm not. I don't know. Posca pens are expensive, by the way. Posca, am I saying that right? Posca. I guess it don't matter. It don't really matter. But yeah, got that one. Okay, I think we're caught up. Yeah, Wish. Okay. Often you just see sections where the light is reflected. That's true. Which in colors I can do that stuff. But hold on one second. My wife is calling me. 1 second. Okay. That was my wife, and she's done, and she's picking up burritos, and I've got to meet her at the park. So I guess we should call it a day. And it's been an hour and a half, which is typically where I like to keep it. So honestly, all I really have to do is do some shading on the legs and do these wonderful treads on the bottom of these Converse, and that's it. I mean, pretty much. So thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry I didn't get to go all the way with it, but I mean, we're pretty much there. So I had some cool background stuff, which I might not always get to. Anyway, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been real. Thank you guys for hanging out. And thank you guys for keeping it lively in the chat. Thanks for giving me stuff to talk about. And as always, being fun and great. So thank you for the new subscribers. Oh, my wife is calling back again. That's just how it goes. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to say peace out. Thank you so much for being here. And real quick, get us out of here, Pigeon Toady.
Just wanted to confirm that you were all busy. I assumed you were all busy, and you are. So if anything changes, let me know. I maybe could get out of work. Probably can't, but let me know if you...
How you like me now? Oh, how you like me now? How you like me now? How do you like me now? Now there was a time when you loved me so. I could do no wrong, and now you need to know. Don't break. How you like me now? Coming on me now. Coming on me now. How you like me now? How you like me now?
And you're sure you saw this?
Yes, I'm sure I saw this.
I'm almost done.